All right, beautiful morning. It is on the Bumper Breakfast. We're glad to be back here with you. It's Tuesday. It's Wednesday, pardon me, because I usually see Olayinkola Daniels on Tuesday. I'm a little bit confused here. But yes, it's the 15th of June, 2022, and it's Tuesday morning. Quite glad to be here to take a look at the stories in the papers. And of course, I have a guest presenter with me here this morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you.
I love the colors you're wearing. It's my favorite color, actually.
Okay,
Purple and lilac.
And lilac.
Yes.
The combination is just beautiful.
Lovely.
Thank you. And I was going to ask, do you make clothes?
Yes,
You actually do make clothes? Because I was wondering, I want this.
It's actually a cape. And you can wear this on any clothing. You can actually wear it on what you have on.
Oh, so it's a separate item.
Yes.
Oh my God, I just
It's
goofed.
detachable.
Oh, fashion is going.
It's awesome.
All right, good to have you here.
Thank
The
you
people
for
want to
having me.
meet you.
Good morning. My name is Obiajulu Waduneniu. Thanks for having me here.
And you know, it is that Nwajune that makes me not pronounce her name because, like, really, Nigerian names will not kill you. All right, Obiajulu is here with us this morning. Of course, you get to state a sneak peek at our guest, Olayinkola Daniels, a barrister at law, and a public affairs analyst is right here with us this morning. Good morning. Good to have you.
Good morning, Thomason. Thank you for having me. Good morning.
Good morning, barrister.
Good morning.
And Obi,
Yes,
I think I should go first because my papers seem to have fewer stories. Okay, so the Guardian newspaper is where I want to begin from, and the Guardian newspaper has the banner headline: Running mates PDP to unveil Wike, Buhari parleys APC governors. Lawan Gbajabiamila picks holes in electoral system. Bimount lawmakers lost at primaries, and Ukraine war. Inflation will push 7 million Nigerians to poverty. Government abduct 8 persons in Katsina, demand 60 million naira. And a letter to Nigerians at the behest of the president. A letter to Nigerians at Democracy Day season by President Muhammadu Buhari. And this is saying further to his broadcast. So this is something every Nigerian can go on the pages of newspapers, on the front page of The Nation, and on the front page of The Guardian. Further to the broadcast of the president on the 12th of June, the Democracy Day celebration. You can read this. This is part of the things the president is saying to Nigerians. We did say our president doesn't talk. He seems to be talking a lot these days. All right, The Nation newspaper. I have the same letter to Nigerians, Democracy Day season, making the banner headline. Just page 1 and 2 of The Nation. You can pick it up and read. You can go online to their website as well and read. But PDP panel okays Wike as Atiku's running mate. Uwaye Okowa Udom dropped. Ekiti Tinubu Adamu Akonde, 14 governors solicit votes for APC candidate. Killing Sakaridolu talks tough. All right, what do you have on the Punch?
All right, on the Punch newspaper this morning, I have a Muslim ticket. Can others warn parties as Buhari meets governors? PDP names Atiku's VP on Thursday. Also, we have fuel subsidy surpasses health, education, welfare budget, and Wema Bank warns Nigerians. You can have this on page 20. Also, we have Ekiti, INEC IJ promises credible government and gubernatorial polls, and Tinubu 14 governors campaign for APC. Also, we have here on page 11 of the Punch newspaper, 31 policemen dismisses others sanctioned over 14,976 complaints, and gunmen abduct two in Ogun Church, and 14 Castina Bayelsa residents. Also on page 17, we have diesel price may hit about 1,500 naira per litre, and 75% filling stations closed, says marketers. And you can find that on page 17.
It's quite interesting. Is that analysis really true? 75% of fuel stations closed. I see them open, except the ones in the bushes. All right, 1 million Nigerians, the banner headline, above the nameplate of the Nigeria Tribune. There's 1 million more Nigerians to join poverty bracket by end of 2022. That's coming from the World Bank. Why did you always give us statistics of bad news, Gonsef? Running mate, it is Tinubu's choice to make. Uzodinma, ABC governors meet Buhari. Atiku's running mate, Wike urges others. Southwest governors raise questions over Owatakio, the champion of the Amotekun in the Southwest. We, your brothers, wonder if this is more personal because of the role you have played in ensuring that our zone is secure. One wonders if there is a particular reason this attack was launched in the hometown of Owo. That's talking to Akiri Dolu. Ekiti Guba Paul. INEC deploys 4 national commissioners, 8 recs. Rein in your supporters. RGP tells a candidate. Lawan Wajabiamila raised concern over losses suffered by NASA National Assembly members during the primary. Speaker faults adoption of delegate system. Oh, finally, they're talking. OPL 245, why Nigeria lost $1.7 billion claim to JP Morgan. Drug deal. Court jails Abakari's co-defendants 2 years. MRA rejects government's attempt to regulate social media through the back door. Abducted Anglican bishop wife driver regain their freedom. Those are stories that make the front page of the papers this morning. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're talking about the Muslim tickets and, of course, the choice of running mates to the candidates of the various parties for the 2023 general elections. We'll be back.
Here in Africa, we're full up with phenomenal stories that make you go. Stories like stories that make you feel. So rise up and live your stories with Niger's best shows and much more.
Who the best? It's you.
Get 1 month of DSTV Compact and HD decoder and dish for only 14,900 naira, and make every story your moment with DSTV Nigeria.
Do you have continuity or association plan for your business?
Has anyone shared the concept of sustainability with you?
What about the need to protect the rights of minority shareholders?
What are those ingredients germane to having effective meetings?
For these and many more, tune into Corporate Governance Platform every Thursday on MITV, your darling station, on DSTV 255 and UHF 43 at 4:30 p.m.
Corporate Governance Platform is your best medium for informative and educative strategies for the practice of the corporate governance profession.
Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria, ICSAN, the hub of governance professionals.
A world of free entertainment awaits you. Anywhere, anytime, at the click of a button. A world where everyone is included. A world without subscriptions. A world where entertainment lives in your pocket, on your couch, and even in multiple places at once. This is a world of premium free. Why pay? Just watch.
Welcome back. For quite a number of weeks, Nigerians have been wondering who the running mate of Atiku Abubakar of the PDP and Peter Obi of the LP, of course, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the APC, who their running mates will be. It looks as if Wike is tipped to win the PDP battle for a VP. We are particularly not sure if what we're hearing, the feelers from the LP is correct. But of course, Asiwaju is also facing the same battle. Of course, Uzodinma did say this morning that he holds the final want to make that choice. Let's talk to our guest this morning. First of all, about the choice of Governor Nyesom Wike as the PDP vice presidential candidate. What do you think?
Well, one thing you must understand, or we must understand, all the political parties, the first thing that is on their mind is winning the election
Yeah.
before any other narratives. The first that comes to mind is
How do we win
win
the election?
Okay, if you look at the people that they were being considered to be Atiku's running mates, we have the Okowa, we have Wike, and we have.
I actually thought they were going to go with Okowa, milder version.
Okay, now the question is, does Okowa, does he have the weight Wike has?
Financial weight?
Financial weight.
Or the
Not just
bragado
financial.
kind of-
No, not even the bragado, because that's another. We'll come back. We'll still come to that. But looking at weight as to financial weight, the charisma to get people. Because if you look at what happened to Atiku when Obi was the vice, was
the vice
the running
presidential
mate,
candidate, yeah.
I mean, to him,
2018,
Obi
2019.
brought nothing to the table. Obi didn't bring money. Obi didn't bring people. See,
He just brought Southeast confirmation that Southeast now has a stake.
which style Southeast? Even the Anambra he came from. What is his weight in Anambra politically? So
Oh, Anambra is a APGA state, let's not forget.
he was in Abga. He left Abga to PDP.
Moved to PDP.
And so that's because if you had, why should you leave Abga if really he had that weight? Now coming back to others, don't forget that Ibori, you can still take out Ibori in Delta or in PDP.
In
let me put it
PDP
that
as
way.
well.
And don't forget that Ibori is Atiku's friend. Now,
Quite interesting. friendship.
Okowa is supposed to be Ibori's godson,
Yes, political godson
But somehow Okowa had hijacked the structure
of Delta,
State.
Of
from
Delta
Ibori.
PDP.
Now, so what is left? I'm just giving you analysis of how things played out. For Wike then to meet Ibori to say, look, this man cannot, and I understand that this, and if you look at the election they had when I think Okowa had 3 compared to what number is it, 14, whatever the Wike had. So
The presidential election.
the
vice president,
the nomination for the
yeah.
vice president.
Yeah.
So it's clear that Wike got it. Now, Wike, you can see what happened. The stunt Wike, pulled during the primaries. So if you're looking at Wike believe he has the money. Atiku needs
Another
another
big
someone
weight.
to complement.
Another person with a big watch.
Thank you. Because
It's our money
more
we're
like
talking
he's the
about.
one where on paper I do not know. But
okay.
if Atiku is bringing all that to the table, don't forget that Atiku is looking at the northeast, is looking at the north generally, and okay, who can give me southeast? Who can pull string in southeast and in south? Okay, it feels Wike can do that. The money is there, the noise is there, how to cajole people, if he could get that vote in primaries, that tells you something. I don't think if Okowa had gone for that primaries, he would have gotten anything close to
At
what
all.
Wike got. So, at this point, I think they felt the best person to complement Atiku, because they are looking at the target is winning election. The best to complement Atiku is Wike.
But you see, my concern about this whole idea of just winning the election, my concern is What about the character formation of these two individuals? Wike is an outspoken person. He is a man who makes a whole lot of noise. He talks a lot. Sometimes could be on the verge of talking too much. And you're looking at Atiku, who seems a bit more strategic and maybe a little bit on the cautious side. What kind of government would these two come up with? I do not see Wike as a vice, as somebody's deputy. His character.
I think what a lot of us don't understand, a lot of Nigerians, because I've heard this from different school of thoughts. So, Wike VP is I cannot take it. You will frustrate you. Nothing will happen. And I'm going to tell you two things. One, what do you think? Who do you think Atiku is? Atiku is a strong man.
Definitely.
Atiku cannot be a president and anybody want to. Atiku is a man that can stand. You saw what happened, even as the vice president to his president, Obasanjo. Atiku has been in this game before Wike started thinking about politics. Atiku has been there. Not only that, Atiku is someone that you can't. I mean, Wike can make noise, can do all that, but you can't try that with Atiku. That is number one. Number two.
I like the fact that you're saying he can't try that.
Number two, which is fundamental. What is the power of the vice president under the Constitution?
Power ceded to him by the president.
Fantastic. He can make his right. If Mr. President sit down, there's nothing they can do. Even the what's it called, the things that even the constitutions allow vice president to do. It's still. But do you know that the power of president is so much that it is the president that employ the vice president aides?
Yeah,
it is the office.
That's why they say all of the aides of Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo are working for the office of the president.
Because it is the office of the president that employs.
So then,
and they only assign them to Mr. Vice President.
So now why do Nigerians, because this is proper education, why do Nigerians come up with this idea, of saying the vice president didn't contribute? What did he do when he was there? Does he even have power to do anything?
Thank you. Why people are saying that? There were some assignments that were given to vice president. What were the results of those given assignment that we know that, okay, you were assigned to do this? So what came out from that? That is the question people are asking. That what did he do? They know that he doesn't have power
to make
that are not been given to
change.
him. So there is nothing Mr. Wike can do to Mr. President is Mr. President, and I don't think when you talk about the political view, I don't think Mr. Wike has so much power to run the show in the National Assembly or to say to play game and to say to beat Atiku to it. I do not see that coming. No, my fear.
Oh, you have fears?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just one. That Mr. Atiku will not be traveling one day and says that, okay, my handover note, Mr. Wike stepped in as the acting president, and before Mr. President comes back, Mr. Wike had won the whole country. That's won the whole country.
Anyway,
so for me,
this is hypothetical
dispensation. I don't think so.
So, but for me,
but you see, this is hypothetically speaking. We're looking at the possibility of a Atiku Wike government. Let's look at the APC. Okay. The APC seems to be in a bigger pot of oil, hot oil, as it may seem. Quite a number of people are clamoring and saying that can work. They already preempted what was going to happen from the get-go. The moment Asiwaju, in fact, before Asiwaju emerged the candidate, people were already saying Asiwaju wouldn't be, one of their reasons is Asiwaju wouldn't be the best candidate because it would then be a Muslim ticket. Because to find a northern Christian will be very, very tough. Well, let's take a look at what Khan is saying this morning.
All right, on Muslim ticket, Khan and others warn parties as Buhari meets governance. PDP names Atiku VP on Thursday. Now, groups including the Christian Association of Nigeria and other Catholic societies of Nigeria have warned political parties against fielding a Muslim ticket in the 2023 presidential elections. And groups campaign for Tinubu told The Punch that what mattered was a responsive and responsible government and not a religion. Since the emergence of Tinubu, a southern Muslim, there has been controversy over his running mate for the 2023 presidential elections, with Khan insisting that a Muslim ticket was a recipe for crisis. But the Kaduna State Governor, El Rufai Nasser, in an interview with Channels Television on Sunday, said that competence, not religion, should be considered when picking a running mate.
Right, we are in, the APC seems to be in a dicey situation. How will they market it to Nigerians if that is what they end up doing? But let's look at it critically. A Muslim ticket. What is wrong with it?
Well, first off, I will take a lead from Mr. Erufai. Nothing is wrong. We should look for competency. Nothing is wrong in having a Muslim ticket. We've had it before in this country, and nobody talked about religion.
Maybe because
Nobody
we're not
talked
this
about
polarized then.
Tribe. Nobody talked about, all that. Having said that, this is not 1960, not 1980, not 1990. This is 2022 going 2023. The division in the country alone, the religious division, the ethnicity and whatnot has really crept into the system, that selling the idea of a Muslim to an average Nigerian. When I say average Nigeria, because I just told you that I don't mind. I'm looking for competence. I don't mind whether they are Muslim, whether they are Christian, whether they are traditional. I want competence that can deliver for me. I want to see a new Nigeria, a great Nigeria. We can deliver. But for the purpose of necessity, considering our system, considering what has happened over time, considering how polarized we are when it comes to this idea of religion, and we all know what is happening, and we know what is happening today. So I doubt if that is the best catch APC can give to Nigeria. Having said that, I said earlier about parties' first instinct is winning
The election.
Now, APC is looking at it this way. Okay, the president, the candidate, the presidential candidate is from the southwest. Now, we have a presidential candidate from the north. How do we get votes from the north and mass, considering the mentality of our people? To say, oh, it's so how? Now, this APC is looking at that strategy
Critically.
to say, okay, let's do it this way then. Let's have a northerner from the north, and I mean as a vice presidential aspirant, and maybe he should be able to give us votes
From the north.
Now, going to Christian, because among all of them, we have two groups. One came up with Dogara, and another one came with Boss Mustafa, and those were the two northern candidates among the people they are considering. Now the question is, what political weight
do they have
in the north? Now, another group, like what's his man's name, Kingibe, also nominated like 3 people. What are the names of those people now that he nominated? CPC faction also of APC considering Malami, and we have like 5 different groups.
The question is this.
Now, aside from the Dogara and Boss Mustafa, every other thing, and don't also forget that Shetima is there. Now, Shetima is Ashwaju's person.
Yes.
In fact, he was there all along. This campaign, he was everywhere with him.
Yeah.
And he was one of the loud voice we heard during this
primaries and
everything and all that. And don't also forget that Shetima is more or less a Lagosian.
Yeah.
Because he was here before he went to to state to become a governor and all that. So, to become a governor.
We know them. We know the Lagosians.
Now, thank you. So with all this, and that is his own, because Zadima had already said that Ashwaju should be the one to, pick his advice and all that. It's not that he won't have an idea of it, but when it comes to politics, you can, if you remember what happened during his own, during Buhari's time, President Buhari's time, when they had to sit, they had to look at it and agree together. Okay, you bring this, like this. So one person cannot decide. So now the party, and anyway, they have today. So between today, INEC gave them today. So by today, tomorrow, we should have the candidate from APC. But I'm looking at it. In as much as they want to win election, is there no way they can find a northern Christian?
Okay, so
but if they feel I'm not on the field as a politician, so I may not know or see what they see.
Okay, so these are the points that I want to raise. First of all, the percentage of northerners, according to their religious beliefs, 55% of northerners are Muslims, 35% are Christians, 10% are of other religion. Now, you're looking at a 55, 35, 10. What is the possibility that a 55, the bulk, will ever support an extreme, because to them, look at what happened in Sokoto quite recently, just with that issue of Deborah Samuel, that alone. Look at Southern Kaduna over the last couple of years, who are mostly the victims there, the Christians. And I don't see Anel Rufai coming out as the best candidate, because he was being targeted in the north, like Akeredolu is said to now be targeted in the south. So you're looking at a situation where those candidates will not fly. Neither will, somebody said, why not pick a cerebral person like Muhammad Lamido Sanusi. Yeah, fantastic idea, but he's too liberal at the same time, because the average northerner is not a liberal person. The average northerner has his staunch beliefs and he wants to stick with it, irrespective of what you want. So the APC now gets back to this dicey situation where, whether they like it or not, they need to win the bulk of the votes there. And the bulk are Muslims. And they are much likely to support. So why not do what Tinubu did? I'm just wondering, do we have another Muslim whose wife is a Christian? Tinubu is one of the most liberal Christians, Muslims you also have as a politician. His wife is a pastor.
That is part of the challenge here. Because some school of thought from the north, like some of those people, because by the time those elites in the north start telling their foot soldiers that
who are
vote,
the real people who would vote,
start telling them these are the narratives they will give them. Look, those people are Kemferi. They are not. He's not really. A Muslim like that. That look at him. His wife is even a pastor. His wife is a pastor. She's a pastor, and they look. So reason why APC will have to wear that to say, okay, we have this challenge. Now they may look at it that, oh, you are not really. So we need a Muslim
that is a strong candidate.
That is a strong candidate that can defeat and jettison that idea and counter that idea in the north, so that we can get the vote of those people to say, no, I'm here. So we are the one here. So vote for us. Because that is why they don't care about what we are saying as the Christian can and all the noise we're making. They don't. No. It's about winning the election now. So, and they are, like I said, we are not on field. So the calculation they are giving, we may not be. We are only analyzing how, this whole thing will play out. Because these people will see, they won't take him, that Asiwaju now, as, he's our beliefs and all that. They believe that it's too liberal for him to have a pastor as a wife. So now the APC then need to convince or jettison or counter that narrative from the north by bringing a strong Muslim from the north. More like saying Tinubu is a Christian. I don't want to
I got you.
make it that, but let's say that he's a Christian. So we need a very strong Muslim. But our people are not considering that. Our people are saying, I'm talking about this side, the South.
No, the South.
Yeah, the
because
South
that's where the problem really is.
The
We're actually the ones heralding and emphasizing what the religious implication is.
And what APC is saying as regard that is, look, there's no issue here in the South. We can have South. Is the party involved now? This is not just an individual, it's a political party issue. Now we can have South. But we need a vote from the North. They know that the North would decide a lot. So they know that South, we are here, whatever it is, we can still have our vote in the South. But how do we convince them in the North to get the expected vote? In fact, this election, I'm seeing a very, very, a tight one. I don't know whether we're going to even have a runoff or something. The way, it's going to be a big one. So everybody is calculating. Now, don't forget, PDP has done Muslim-Christian ticket. A lot of people still have issues with PDP.
Yeah.
A lot of people still angry with PDP. A lot of people are saying to PDP, never, you're not coming back. We have such people. And some people are saying, for me to have a Muslim, I'd rather go to PDP, even if I don't like them, because they have a Muslim Christian.
Okay. So let's draw another inference here. What happened when Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu was was the governor in Lagos? His first deputy, Koforo-Lola Bokno, was she a Muslim or a Christian?
Yeah, she was a Christian.
And then his second deputy, Femi Petro.
All the deputy, aside from Fashola, no, it was not his deputy. Sorry, it was the chief of staff. Sorry, permit me. Fashola was sorry.
Idiat Adebule.
Okay.
Idiat Adebule was a Muslim.
Yes.
And Fashola is a Muslim. His wife is a Christian.
Yeah.
Okay, so we went to Ambode, where Ambode is a Christian, is deputy.
Yeah.
And then we came all the way to our current governor. It's balanced here. But this is what I'm looking at. When Asiwaju was a Muslim, or was a governor, as a Muslim who had a Christian, was he biased towards any side?
No, it was fair.
What about the cabinet? Was it biased towards any religion?
Fair to everyone.
Now let's look at it along ethnic lines. Was it biased towards any ethnicity?
No. If he had people from the east, from the north in his cabinet, it wasn't. It wasn't.
So Fashola, whose wife was a Christian, was the one who built mosque around Lagos, around the whole of Lagos. Like, it created worship centers for Muslims all around Lagos. His deputy was a Muslim as well. But despite that fact, his wife attends almost every church service, and he was also there. So I'm looking at it this way. Whoever becomes president of the country ends up not being either a Muslim or a Christian. It becomes a personal belief.
Very well.
So what are we struggling for?
But the question is, do we have citizens, the people that share this belief of yours?
I'm just analyzing.
That Mr. President owns no religion. And he won't be the moment he becomes president
or vice president
or vice president
governor,
or whatever,
or deputy governor,
he's not even longer APC or PDP.
It becomes Nigeria
president.
So the same should apply to religious. But now the question is, are people that you're trying to talk to, do they have this understanding when all these politicians are messed up the whole country with their It's campaign when they have no ideology, when they have no synopsis, when they have no whatsoever to present to the people.
There is
And
no
all they come
template for them to present to us. So are you saying the politicians are actually the ones propagating this gospel?
They really messed up. The politicians, they are the ones that have brought this country to where we are today. The fire, the lightning, the whatever that we have today, they are the ones. We're not like this. We're not like this. In fact, yes, people had their religions. We've had it for a long time, Muslim, Christian, traditional, whatever, but nobody make it an issue. Nobody killed for all that. But somehow, more, or if it happened, maybe it was minimal. But today, that is, in fact, some people use it as a campaign. I've heard, in fact, there was I saw one on social media, a pastor telling people, if you don't do this, you will not either come to church or we will go and do this if you don't vote for this. No. See, that is where we are today. That is where we are today. So how do you want to convince those people? For, like I said, personally, I don't mind. I'm after competency. If it's a Muslim, like I said, for instance, APC, looking at APC side, this man, yes, is a Muslim. But we all know he's been in the system and we know how people around him, and even when he was governor, and we know what happened. Till date, we know people that are, so it's not about, Christian, whatever, it's not the religious bigots and all that. We know him. He has a wife as a Christian. I can say, okay, that will fly to say, he's liberal and all that.
But that's just in the South.
But now, we now have, it's because they are looking at how to win election, like I said. So they need a strong Muslim to convince these people, because we have a very strong man from the other side, which is Atiku. Though we should not leave out LPO, Obi, and Co.
Who is Obi's deputy?
I don't have a name for that yet. So do they have a deputy?
They've not made
now?
it public, but they're also considering. Somebody said Sanusi. Somebody said who else was it? Ribato. So they're considering, and we hope that by
so
today,
the consultation between Obi and Kwakwaso didn't yield any result.
Obviously, Kwakwaso said he's not stepping down. He came out in the public to say he's not stepping down for anybody.
So now at this moment, because I know that, well, really why I didn't want to talk so much on this, I know that my wonderful people are the social media voters, and they will make so much noise on the social media, and a lot of them don't even have their voters card, and like you said earlier, 20 million voters card, they are not yet to be picked. Some of them, all sorts is happening, and they will still make so much noise. And in fact, some of them that are fighting on the road, creating nuisance everywhere, don't even have voters card. And these are the people that want to vote. And these are the people that are saying, how do you then want to make a precedent if you don't have the weapons to bring? Sorry?
They're voting on Twitter.
That's what I'm saying. You don't have the weapons to use. The weapons is the voter's card. All you can do is to come out and vote that day. It's not the noise. It's not fighting. It's not threatening people here and there. And I think
it's not abusing people on social media as well.
I want to really appeal to our politicians and their followers. Please address issues.
Not
Leave
people.
Personal
issues out of it.
Don't abuse. Don't fight. Don't curse anybody. Tell me about your candidate. Tell me what your candidate can bring. Sell your candidate to me. That's it. So that is all I expect people to do, and not all the time fighting, abusing, cursing. No.
And digging out dirt.
We won't move anywhere.
Our politics in Nigeria is similar to swimming in murky waters. Whether you like it or not, if you ever vie for position, get ready to have every secret of yours thrown at you and get ready to swim in muddy waters and very murky waters with Nigerian politicians who were there before you and those who are learning their
Can we try
trade.
1993 Style again. Is it possible? Is
People
it
said
achievable?
people say we're reenacting it.
Is it because for me, if we do this Muslim, I just want to appeal to Nigerians. Please. I mean, I belong to a faith, Christian faith, but please, I want to appeal to you. If any political party is coming with Muslim, please let us look of competence. If you check them out and you feel that these people can deliver, please don't deny us our future because of some religious or some ethnicity or some whatever, please. Because that is my challenge here. Because if we feel, okay, these people, we can have this from these people, but because we are now hammering and disturbing ourselves with unnecessary things, unnecessary factors. Well, I'm not ruling it out. I'm not saying they are not important factors. I'm not saying it shouldn't be considered. I'm only saying we should not throw away the baby
with the bathwater.
That is all I'm saying.
Look at the good and not just throw it away. I want to say a big thank you to our guest this morning, Olayinka Daniels. It's politics, so we're talking politics, and we're talking about the Muslim ticket, the possibility of what will happen today. Of course, by the end of the day, we should know where APC is going. And if they could sell Buhari and Nigerians bought the products, I'm just wondering.
They bought not just because it was Buhari. They bought because there was someone
that they wanted to get rid of.
No, thank you.
At first.
That was saying any other thing, but no. No, And also, maybe because the person, as at that time, the person they brought in as the vice president was unknown. Maybe was known to Lagosians, so the Lagos people,
but it was not
unknown to a lot of people, to the rest of the world. But here we are today.
But possibly they sold Buhari well. I think they sold him well. That
Nigerians
was why. Yes. Nigerians bought and we bought fertilizer.
Not just because they sold.
No, you bought him and
they sold him well.
No,
but you bought a saint.
No, what
it was preached to us as a saint.
What happened was not really because it was preached to us as a saint, but what actually happened at that time, we wanted something out. We're not even sure.
Did we get it?
Of what we're looking for.
But
all we're sure of.
We wanted Jonathan out.
We want this person out.
Yeah.
We can't afford. And now, what did we have that was available? Replacement that was available at that time. It was him.
And don't forget that every other big wig at that point in time was also backing him.
Yeah.
The Articles of this world, the Sarakis of this world, everyone came to the APC from the PDP to form this coalition, that in fact this formidable force that wanted to just boot out the existing structure and then rejig Nigeria. If we've rejigged it, we're not sure. If we've gotten it right, we're also not sure. But let's say thank you to our guests this morning. Oh, we're in the process. Yes. Actually, I can list. I don't want Nigerians to stone me when they see me outside, but I can list a couple of things that I think are not so bad. Our perspective may be bad. Our perspective is they are bad, but they are not so bad if we actually put them side by side. But I won't be the one to say it with my mouth. We'll do a report and then we'll stand it side by side and then.
To be fair, and I will say that because this is the way, for me, it is, please, no one should lie to you that this particular administration has not done anything.
Very true.
They have done something.
Yeah.
So we know.
They're not as bad as we actually do.
Just that we have an expectations.
And they didn't meet the expectation. So that's basically what it is. It's basically what it is. The standard is they did more roads. They did more infrastructure. They gave us road infrastructure. Yeah. They gave us
prepaid meters.
The prepaid meters, electricity.
Maybe few policies.
No.
Okay.
Electricity was a problem, even though the biggest challenge to Nigerians is subsidized power, and they gave us prepaid meters. free of charge, which would have cost every Nigerian about 80,000 naira. But they gave it free of charge.
That narrative maybe will only be it maybe only 10% or 15% Nigerians will say what you're saying. A lot of people pay for that meter.
I paid for mine as well. I paid for mine.
So did I.
We paid
You
for
know,
we paid
but
for
no,
ours,
I'm
so-
saying that, we paid for one phase meter, and some of us chose to go 3 phase.
Yeah.
But they actually gave them. My sister, for example, was
Yeah,
in
they
my
gave- they
house
gave free. Yeah, they
during the
came- they
COVID
came out
lockdown,
free.
and she
Yeah,
was
yeah.
called that a prepaid meter was allocated to her, and she had to go to her house to go get the prepaid meter. Lo and behold, it was a 3-phase prepaid meter. She doesn't even need a 3-phase, but they gave her a 3-phase. So
No, that they didn't do. Just but on security, they went
exactly
below
the problem.
belt.
So
It was really
because
bad.
security has gotten so bad, and because light, power, the economy,
Don't forget
Emefiele.
inflation.
Emefiele. Let's just leave it where it is. Thank you so much, Olayinka,
you
for being here with us this morning. We'll take a break. When we come back, we're discussing a story that broke out on social media yesterday. Of course, Punch newspaper, there's a couple of newspapers who are on Instagram carried it as well as some credible blogs. But the point is, it was a confession by a woman to the police. We'll take a look at the story, and of course, we'll share your side to it. It's about time for you to share your views on the Bumper Breakfast. We'll be back.
Here in Africa, we're full up with phenomenal stories that make you go. Stories like stories that make you feel. So rise up and live your stories with Niger's best shows and much more.
Who the best? It's you.
Get 1 month of DSTV Compact and HD decoder and dish for only 14,900 naira, and make every story your moment with DSTV Nigeria.
Three, two, one.
Getting free premium television is as easy as 1, 2, free. 1. Make sure you purchase any free-to-air decoder or satellite receiver. If you already have one and any dish, you are good to go. 2. Enter the settings on your decoder or go to our website to learn how. And free. Scroll through and find Premium Free Bouquet. It's that easy. 25 channels with access to 200 more. Free forever. No cost, no subscription, 100% free. Take the next step. 1, 2, free, and just watch. Start watching Premium Free today. Why pay? Just watch.
Do you have continuity or association plan for your business?
Has anyone shared the concept of sustainability with you?
What about the need to protect the rights of minority shareholders?
What are those ingredients germane to having effective meetings?
For these and many more, tune in to Corporate Governance Platform every Thursday on MITV, your darling station, on DSTV 255 and UHF 43 at 4:30 p.m.
Corporate Governance Platform is your best medium for informative and educative strategies for the practice of the corporate governance profession.
Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria, ICSAN, the hub of governance professionals.
Little blackbird, are you listening? Little blackbird, are you listening? I'll tell you a story of a little girl who had to grow up now. I know you put yourself in that same headspace. Insults got that crown weighing heavy on your head. You define beauty, you're a perfect creation. Love, all your scars, blackbird. You will fly. Little blackbird, are you listening? Little blackbird, are you listening? I'll tell you a story of a little girl who had to grow up now. Your skin's the constant talk of the town. Superpowers lie in the kinks of your fro. They can't see the countless shades of black. There's black girl magic in time. You will find it. Little blackbird, are you listening? Little blackbird, are you listening? I'll tell you a story of a little girl who had to grow up now. Blackbird, stand proud. Blackbird, be you. Let no one dim your shine, 'cause you're one of a kind. Blackbird, fly free. No storm can stop you. Blackbird, you're brighter than the stars. Little blackbird, are you listening? Little blackbird, are you listening? I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a story. Blackbird, take flight, make waves. She's all grown up now. She can take on the world now. Pass on the torch now. Blackbird, you are.
Welcome back to the Bumper Breakfast. Yes, sir, let's have this conversation. It's quite interesting. We're still expecting Auntie Wemi Madibi this morning, but let me share a bit of story with you, give you a background as to what we are talking about today. A particular woman did abuse a child simply because she said a nephew, she broke the child's head because he lost 100 naira. So the story goes, happened in Abuja, broke a child's head because the child misplaced 100 naira from an errand. Seriously, she broke a child's head over, yes, she broke a child's head over.
What is 100 naira?
And I'm not joking here. She broke a child's head over 100 naira. My director can check his messages. The video is there. You can download it, and of course you can get it across to us. And let's watch it much later. But this is the conversation. Somebody actually saw what happened.
Okay.
And they said the boy was a nephew staying with her.
Nephew.
She gave the 100 naira to the child for whatever reason. And just imagine what happened. She's now a typical example. See, she's holding the boy's head with cloth because she broke the boy's head over 100 naira. Imagine opening your mouth and asking the child to put his fingers into it to be beaten. Imagine giving him a cut on his private part because he peed in bed.
These are all the things that she
does to that boy. These are the things she does to the boy. People around said she once put fire in his boxers, and the marks are all visible on the boy's body. As at the time we found the boy, he had it.
For heaven's sake, are there no other relatives that can come and remove the boy?
It was when he started screaming. The person who saw her started screaming like a mad woman on top of her head, and she now started trying to hold the boy. Otherwise, initially she said the boy provoked her.
Does she have her own children?
So herself and the Uber driver eventually dragged her to the police station and took the boy to the chemist for treatment. The case is being handled by the Juvenile Welfare Care Department of the Nigerian Police, and the woman is currently cooling in detention.
I like that, cooling.
Yeah.
She's going to cool there for some time.
Oh, she should cool there. That's maximum child abuse. And I hope she's going to get some years in jail because she needs reset.
I hope so.
Now, the Juvenile Welfare Care Center are taking care of the boy while arrangements are on to get the boy back to the village to meet his mom.
Oh, better.
You needed to have seen how traumatized this boy was to even get this boy into the car. He was so scared to run into to get into the car. We had to assure him that no harm will come near him because he could not imagine being in the same car with this
same aunt.
Human being they call a aunt. So yes, 100 naira was what the boy misplaced. She broke the boy's head.
Deliberately
it was
and intentionally
practically bleeding. I know David can get that video for us. And you see, she had the effrontery to rant and say,
even after breaking the head,
yes,
no remorse at all.
Things are hard now. How can somebody lose money? Blah 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 blah. That the government is not
remorseful.
Was it the government that was meant to feed your child? Now, why would you take somebody's child into your house if you do not have the wherewithal, the capacity, or even the compassion to take care of that child?
First, we are human beings. Compassion first.
So let me just ask you this, Obiajulu.
Okay.
A woman. You met this woman, she's your neighbor, she does something similar like this to a child that stays with her. What will be your reaction?
Well, the very first thing I'll do is to talk to this woman. And if she has relatives that comes by, I'll talk to her husband, I'll talk to relatives, and I'll make her to know that what you're doing is wrong. Things like this, can you actually do it to your own children?
Some people do it to their children.
First, we are human beings, for heaven's sake. You have to know that we are human beings, and if somebody should do something like this to me, how would I feel? It is absolutely wrong for you to treat another person's child that way, because you wouldn't want any other person to treat your child that way.
You have children?
Of course, I do. I have 3 kids.
So, with your 3 kids, they don't provoke you?
They provoke me. I remember
she
once,
said she was provoked.
I remember once my mom sent me on an errand while I was young, and of course I lost the money. What did she do? She let it be. That was the time my brother came to me. I had to give my younger brother 1,000 naira to give to another brother of mine. But before my brother got to my other brother, he lost it. Did I beat him? And I just said, go look for it. Why are human beings harsh? Why are we hard on each other? Why would she treat her nephew that way? It's absolutely
wrong.
Because
I'm just wondering, we're talking about a child here, and our defense is the boy provoked her.
Provoked you with 100 naira.
He peed on his bed. She put fire in his boxers.
Oh my God. Is she human?
She cut his private part. He's a boy. She cut his private part because he peed on his bed.
Do you know what? I don't
think denies him of food.
Child. I don't think this woman has her own child, her own children.
Will she have her own child with this kind of behavior?
So. And I also don't think she's married, because she wouldn't have a man in the house, and the man would see his wife treat a fellow human being like this, a nephew of hers. I don't think so.
If you are a neighbor to somebody who treats a child like this and you've been keeping quiet, you are as someone who you're an accomplice to this to this evil that is happening around you. But of course, let's open the line. 08064738133 is the number to call this morning. If you were that person who saw this woman break a child, a boy's head, broke the head, busted it, and it was bleeding. If you were that person who saw this child, would you allow this child to go back to the same woman? What would be your reaction? 08064738133 is the number to call this morning. Of course, remember, you can send SMS, you can send WhatsApp to us on the same number, right there on your screen, 08064738133. Can we make the number a bit bolder, please? Can we make it a bit bolder? Write it a bit bolder, so it's not in italic form but in block form, so it's a bit clearer. You see, one of the biggest pains I have is the fact that people tend to ignore this kind of abuse when it happens.
No, you shouldn't.
They say it's none of my business.
It's everybody's business now.
So because it's a child that doesn't belong to you and is not happening in your apartment.
You just can't keep quiet. If I haven't tried to talk to the person and the woman hasn't changed, then the next thing to do is to go to the police.
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and where you calling from, sir?
My name is Honorable Steve from Ondo State, Akure.
Thank you very much, Honorable Steve. All right, are you watching our story this morning?
Yes, I'm watching. I'm on MITV.
All right. So please tell me, if you were that person, the woman actually, I cannot show the video of the child, because if you see what she did to that child, and neighbors around confessed she once cut his private part. You can put the video of the woman, please. You can put it there. The video is going to play now. Our excuse was the fact that the boy provoked her. This was actually a passerby, the person who waylaid her. Can you see the face
of the woman?
Of the woman.
I was thinking
the passerby saw her. The lady was in a Uber going and saw this woman beating the child, and pretending as if what she did was normal because of 100 naira. Now, the neighbors confessed that there was a time she put fire in his boxers because he did something in the house. There was a time, that's the little boy, and that's the head. You can see the wound. You can see the blood flowing all the way to his body. Now, this is a woman who once cut the boy's private parts because he peed on his bed. And the boy in question is our nephew. Please, what is your reaction?
It's pathetic. It's painful. This is an act of inhuman. It's an act of inhuman. The woman is not a human being. She's a devil incarnate. She's been possessed. She's possessed. She's not normal. This kind of a woman should not live in the society. She should not live amongst us. This is a child, for crying out loud. A child who does not know anything. This child can barely talk reasonably. He can barely construct a sentence.
And even tell people what's happening to him.
100 naira. I mean, this woman should. If I were the person, the neighbor that saw her.
Yeah.
Well, I will arrest her immediately. I will call for her arrest, and I will stand by it, and I will sponsor the job. I will sponsor the case. That is what I will do. I will sponsor the case, and I will ensure that she's put behind the bar.
Thank you very much, Honorable Steve.
That is what I will do.
Thank you very much, Honorable Steve from Akure. Thank you.
And I want to ask, no Nigerians should behave like this again. It is insulting to the public. It is insulting to our tribe. It is insulting to this country.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Steve. To humanity as well.
To humanity. Last week I was talking about Child's Right Act, and I ruled out what the Child's Right Act was. I actually read out everything. I didn't even know that such a story was going to break out. Now, the woman has been arrested and they will be running after getting her out of jail.
Who's going to run? Who's going to do that? Who's going to get her out of jail?
Maybe her husband, maybe...
now she has a husband.
Oh, yeah.
They should let her cool off there for a while.
Have you forgotten the woman who forces our 8-year-old housemaid in Abuja, the same Abuja, as a woman who forces her 8-year-old housemaid to, I think, eat from the plate where she pulls. She stops the girl from using the toilet. She so much battered the girl that it was a neighbor that called the Women Affairs Ministry, and they came to the house. Before this woman showed remorse, you know what was shocking? The husband was a lawyer.
Jesus.
So this case broke out last year as well.
The husband was a lawyer.
Yes.
So was he aware of all of this?
Of course he was aware. He said he's always correcting her and all that. Both of them were arrested anyway. Good. And they had their own baby. So they turned that 8-year-old girl into a child slavery and turned her into a slave in the house and committed the care of the little baby, their own 2-year-old baby, to that 8-year-old. Please, what can an 8-year-old do for a 2-year-old baby? All right, so we're still talking about this this woman. My director can put that video up a little bit. I want to look at the face of that woman. And Obiajulu, please tell me what you see. If my director can put up the video of the woman again, the expression on her face. The expression on her face didn't show an iota of feeling bad about what she did. That's the Uber driver, mind you, who was just passing by. Can you see her face? Can you see the face?
On her face, there's no remorse. And also, I see a hard-hearted human being. That's what I'm seeing. Hard-hearted, a heartless human being.
Now, can you imagine what this kind of person would do if she were given, if she could break a child's head over 100 naira? What do you think she would do if she were given money to kill a fellow human being?
She will collect it now. Owore, she will collect it and kill.
Because this face,
hardened face,
and she looks voluptuous, well-fed, and all that. She doesn't look like somebody who's suffering, actually.
No,
I'm not saying she's actually comfortable.
She looks robust.
But she's robust. She doesn't even look it alone. She's actually robust. 08064738133 is the number to call this morning. As we talk about this, tell us your contribution. What exactly do you feel should be done to such a person when a human being, whether it's a man or a woman, abuses a child, physical abuse of a child like this? What should be done?
Well, let me start by saying mine. I think this woman should do minimum of 10 years in jail. She should.
With serious anger management classes?
Yeah, that's inclusive. She should. Minimum of 10 years in jail, please.
08064738133. We have just about 5 minutes to go on the show this morning. Before we call it a wrap, let me see some WhatsApp messages, and you can send a text message or WhatsApp message to us as well on the same number, 08064738133. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Please, can you reduce the volume of your TV?
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, my name is Emmanuel.
Mr. Emmanuel, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Lagos. I'm calling from Aja.
All right, Mr. Emmanuel from Aja, talk to us. What do you think?
It's always pathetic when things like this are being aired on the media. That human beings that behave like this in this modern world. It's painful. Answering your question, I think such a woman should not be left within the society for long. I wouldn't demand execution, but she should be kept away for a very long time. Not less than 7 years.
10
not
years.
less than 7 years.
I'm saying 10 years, yeah. Thank you for
Thank
calling.
you very much for calling. All right, it says nothing less than 7 years, with a kind of hardened face. We saw. Oh my, it scares. That face should scare an adult himself. Hello, good morning. All right, please, you can call us back. Try not to flash the line. The line is available, is open. You can send a WhatsApp message or a text message as well if you're finding it difficult to reach us this morning. And of course, don't forget we're talking about the case of this woman who abused her nephew so badly that the boy has now been taken to the Juvenile Welfare Care Center in Abuja, and his mother has been contacted. They're trying to, or he's being contacted to come pick up a child. Now, look at this. How do people even get to give their children to other people without, is it that they do not know the people are wicked? Or is it that these people pretend to be good? How do you give your child to someone? Don't you come to check? Don't you talk to your child when you check? Doesn't your child come for holiday? I mean, there must be a way that you confirm that your child isn't it better for your child to stay with you in penury?
In penury. If it is Gary, you have to drink, you all drink it together, and you see your child every day. That is comforting enough. But I want to believe that this woman gave out her child not knowing the kind of person she was giving her child to. And this woman herself, she pretended to be a good person.
Hey, so you think somebody will be this wicked? Because don't forget that the woman in question, the mother of this boy, is related to this woman. She's either the sister or the husband's sister. You know, so basically this boy is a nephew.
Yes.
So it means that the woman of this child, the mother of this child, has access to this woman, has had access to this woman, close access. So she should know how much of a bad person.
She may not know.
Ah, really?
She may not know.
Don't we know the boundaries? Don't we know the boundaries of our siblings' behavior? Please turn down the volume of your TV set. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Your TV is still loud, sir. Please reduce it. Completely. Yes, thank you. Good morning. Your name and where you calling from? Your name, sir?
Are you hearing me?
Yes, speak to us through your phone, not your television. Your phone. We can hear you loud and clear. Your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Morning. My name is Ahmed.
Where are you calling from?
It's very unfortunate that the women will go to the village, meet their relations, saying they want to help and train their children. They will deceive them that they want to train them. They will put them in school. And when they brought them to the town or to their house, they will be using them as a housemaid. They will be using them as a houseboy. They will use them, do all necessary things. But they have their own children. They will not use their own children. Their children will be sitting in front of television for 24 hours. The child will be in the kitchen washing plates, watching their children wear, watching their socks and everything. Forgetting that the child you brought from the village is somebody's son or daughter. It is very common in some part of this country, I don't want to mention, that they'll be treating a child like he has no parents. God will help us.
Amen.
Thank you very much for your program. God bless you, man.
Amen.
Thanks for calling.
All right, we need to go on the bumper breakfast this morning. That's going to be our last caller. Don't forget, tomorrow, same time, 8:30 to 10 o'clock, the bumper breakfast will be back here. We will be discussing something that borders on something related to this as well. So please do get in touch with us. How do you close?
Oh, first, we're a human being. Be good and be nice. Thank you. Until next time when I come your way again. Bye.
All right, that's it on the bumper breakfast. Many thanks for joining us this morning. Don't forget, the PVC registration is still very much out there. Go and register for your PVC. And please do have a very lovely day.